Consumers are paying high electricity tariffs despite ongoing power cuts by Eskom. A 9.6% tariff increase came into effect for Eskom customers in April. A municipal hike is expected in July. eNCA's Heidi Jokos is speaking to consumers about the cost of electricity. Heidi, what are citizens saying has been the impact of the high price of electricity on their lives?
Well, Mfundo, we find ourselves in Soweto, and we all know that there's a huge electricity crisis here in this township, and most of the time it's because there is no electricity. But when they do have electricity, many are complaining that they should not be paying what they are paying for. It's a very big problem in this township. We've asked Eskom time and time again what the plan is with Soweto. We know there were talks to move Soweto from Eskom to City Power to the city of Johannesburg. That has not yet happened. But at the end of the day, the big question is how this is going to impact residents and consumers here. The story is changing a little bit here in Soweto because we do know that unfortunately somebody tragically lost their life yesterday after their house burnt down. But I'm going to ask community leader Thabang Moloi to just explain to us what exactly happened. Thanks, Thabang, for your time. Yes. The focus today is the cost of living and how difficult it is for people to survive. Electricity is going up, water is going up, everything is going up. And this story ties in directly with the fact that somebody has to light a candle for electricity. They lost their life because there is no power in Soweto. Tell us what happened.
I mean, for instance, what really happened, it's bad. These people you see here, they've got 3 months now not having electricity. That box has died. You see that box? It's 32 years old. It has never been maintained by Eskom. So now Eskom comes again and say they are tariff hikes for electricity. What happened now, you see the guy here, this house burnt yesterday. The guy, they don't have electricity, lit a candle and then he went to sleep and then unfortunately burnt to death. But this is the second incident that has happened. The very same street here, an old man got burned again. Unfortunately, the community were alerted and then they saved him. Do you understand? It's because of electricity. You know, we are in a fourth industrial revolution whereby we need only electricity to survive. Do you understand? But Eskom is not coming on board. Let me tell you, as a community leader, maybe I've been there 20 to 40 times, but they've never called us and say, come here, let's sit down. How can we help? How can it go? Do you understand? As you can see, this screen is just here by me. I mean, we are suffering. The cost of living is too high. Water, electricity, we have been given 350s. Do you understand? For what then? If the government didn't see that we are suffering, why are they giving us 350s? They are giving it to us because they know that we are suffering. We can't do anything. And the biggest problem is that Eskom doesn't want to come on board to meet the people of Soweto. We don't know, maybe Soweto is under attack from Eskom. We don't know. Do you understand? But it seems like that for us because of they are not helping us with anything. Do you understand? You go to Eskom offices, you find them, they are not working there. They are not, they are working from home. But they're getting paid from public banks. They buy their food in public stores. They buy booze in public bottle stores. But they don't work in their public offices. They are not there. They are at home. You are not getting help at all. And I'm telling you, the country has gone to the dogs. I'm telling you, the country is going down. Our country is lost. You know, yeah, so that's the biggest thing.
Let me get a perspective from you, Mama. Just tell us how difficult it is for you when you do have electricity, because most of the time in Soweto there is no electricity. But when you do have electricity, how much you are expected to pay and how difficult it is for you to survive having to pay for water and electricity.
With the electricity, I'm expecting to pay 200 a month because I'm getting a grant. I don't get enough money to pay the electricity like I can pay 500 or 600. I don't have that money.
And when you don't pay, do they cut you off?
They've already cut us off. They've already done that.
Telling you about 6,000.
And they are telling us about 6,000, 6,053. 6 per house, 6,000 per house. Where are we going to get that money? As I'm a pensioner, where am I going to get that money? Where am I going to get the 6,000? I'm going to take 12 years to pay that 6,000.
So cost of living is high. You expected to pay 6,000 per house. I know Eskom has tried to make a plan to get each household to pay specific amounts of money, but also water sometimes becomes a problem. Are you expected to pay for water as well? Are you surviving? Are you coping?
I'm not coping. I'm not coping because I don't have money to pay the water. Why can't they give us water for free? Why can't they give us water for free?
Okay, and you, Mama, let's bring you in here. Do you also experience challenges in terms of the cost of living, water, electricity becoming extremely high? Again, I must mention the fact that this township struggles when it comes to having constant electricity supply. But when there is power, how much are you expected to pay and are you surviving?
Yeah, we are expected to pay over 500 rands, of which we cannot afford. Look at the people who are around here. They are so many, they are unemployed. They cannot afford. As I am, I'm very sick. I don't have electricity at the moment. My body is so cold. Our government is failing us. We voted for nonsense. This is really nonsense. Eskom is playing us games together with the government. They promise us that we'll bring the government to come and help you. It doesn't come. Eskom doesn't come. They are really failing us. I saw an article on our Pimville News where the mayor says there should be a partnership between the community and Eskom. Let it be, because we don't have a voice. They don't listen to us. They don't care about us. That's all I can say.
Just lastly, Ma, you mentioned the fact that you don't have electricity, it's difficult to survive. How much are you expected to pay for electricity at the end of the month? And are you paying for it, given the challenges and the struggles you face?
To be honest with you, we don't get regular statements. Right now, we don't get statements at all.
You mean bills?
Yes, bills. Okay. We don't get them. You wouldn't know how much you are supposed to pay. And we don't pay because we cannot afford if they can give us a flat rate.
How much would you want the flat rate to be?
At least 250.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. We do appreciate it. I think it just paints a picture, Fundo, about the challenges that many South Africans face, not just here in Soweto, but everything is going up. We do know that Eskom had asked for a 20% tariff increase for the 2022-23 financial year. NERSA has granted an almost 10% tariff increase. People are already not coping. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this financial year. And I think just to bring it all into perspective, this township hardly has electricity. They have load reduction, and unfortunately somebody just lost their lives because they had to use a candle to have lights and their house burnt down, and they were sadly in it. So it just paints the picture of the challenges that many face on the ground on a daily basis.
No, honestly heartbreaking. Heidi, thank you very much for that report. We'll catch up with you a bit later. That's Heidi Jokos out in Soweto for us. Now, still to come.